and find the surface area of pyramids. So let's start at the top here. It says the surface area of a solid is the sum of the area of all of its faces. So a pyramid is a 3D figure with a polygon base and triangular faces that meet at a point. Okay, so you can see down here we have a net of a triangular pyramid, and down here we have a square pyramid, and they meet at a point. You can see this one has all faces, its base is a triangle, and the triangular faces that would meet up at that point. Okay, so a pyramid with a triangular base is called a triangular pyramid. Again, our pyramids are named on the base shape. So if it has a triangular base, it's a triangular pyramid. If it has a square base, it's called a square pyramid. We have a little misprint here, so this should be a square pyramid. Pyramids are named for their base shape. To find the surface area, you're going to find the area of each face, and then we add the areas together. To find the area of a triangle, again, we're going to use that formula. We have a line right here, but I'm just going to write it off to the side. A equals base times height, and then remember we're just dividing by 2. And then to find the surface area of the pyramid below, we're going to use that formula there. So if you see, we have our triangles, and all of our triangles are the exact same. They have a height of 7, and their base is 5. So I'm just going to use this triangle right here, and I'm going to come off to the side, and I'm going to plug in what I'm doing. So I know I've got my base is base times height divided by 2. So my base is 5 times 7 divided by 2. Area equals, and this is where you can use your calculator. Grab mine real quick. So we have 5 times 7, and then we can just divide by 2. And that gives me 17.5 or 17 and a half, so 17.5. And again, because all of these triangles are the same, we're going to put 17 and 5/10 centimeters squared for each and every face. So that's the nice thing when we have triangular pyramids, is all of the triangle faces are going to have the exact same area. And so because we have 4 of them, you can do one of 2 things. We can just add all 4 of these together, or I can say, well, I know I have 4 of them, so I'm going to take 17.5 times 4. 17.5 times 4, and that gives me my surface area of 70. That's my surface area. So my total surface area is going to be 70, and it's centimeters squared. And I'm just going to bubble that because that's my final answer. All right, and then let's take a look at this next one. So this one is not laid out in the net. It's in that pyramid shape all together there. So I'm just going to draw what that would look like if we were to cut it apart and lay it flat. So I know it has a square base here, and it tells me that my sides are 15. Well, I know that on a square, all sides are going to be the same. So this is going to be 15, 15, 15, 15. That's really tight in there. And then my triangular faces are all going to be the same coming off to the side. So if you want to sketch a net of that to help you out, you can. And it tells us the height of that triangular face is 13. So this right here is 13. And they're all going to be the same, so it makes it nice for us. So we're going to find the area of one of the triangular faces. So we're going to use that formula. A equals base times height divided by 2. My area equals, my base is 15, again, because it's a square. All of the sides are going to be 15 on there. So 15 times my height of 13, and then divide by 2. We can use that calculator. So I'm going to take 15 times 13 and divide by 2. And that gives me 97 and 5/10. And that's centimeters squared. And again, that's just for one of my triangular faces. Remember, we have 4 of those, so we're gonna have to keep that in mind when we're finding the total surface area at the end. And then I need to find the area of that square base. So I'm just gonna do base times height, and because it's a square, I know that all the sides are 15, so I'm just taking 15 times 15. 15 times 15, and that gives me 225. Okay, and that's centimeters squared as well there. And so now we're gonna find the total surface area. So you have 2 different ways we could do this. Because I know that there are 4 of these triangular faces, I can either come over here and go 97 and 5/10 and add it together 4 times. Oopsie, 7 and 5/10. And then we also have that 225. We can add that whole thing together right there in my calculator. Or I could take a shortcut and say, well, I know I have 97 and 5/10. I'm going to take it times 4. And then we're going to add that 225. So either of these methods would work. Okay, so I'm just going to take that little shortcut and I'm going to multiply it down here. So 97 and 5/10 times 4 equals 390, and then plus that 225 for our square face of the base. So that gives me a surface area of 615, and again it's centimeters squared. And then the same thing would be up here, so it would come out to 615.0 centimeters squared. Okay, so my surface area for this shape is that 615 centimeters squared. Okay, if you go ahead and flip to the inside, you guys will see that we have a couple of different nets that are laid out for you right here. And again, we're using that chart to help us out, so that just helps to organize all of our stuff. And then down here at the bottom for these number 3 and number 4, this is a picture of what this net would look like if we folded it into that 3D shape. So you can see this is a triangular pyramid. So these are the exact same shape. So you're just really working with that net down here. Same thing over here. It's a square pyramid. We just already flattened that out into that net for you guys, so you don't have to sketch it. So these are the exact same thing. This is just what it looks like when it's folded into that 3D shape, and this is that flat net. All right, 6th grade. For this one, you do have a code word to get in, and it is pizza, all lowercase. And if you have any questions as you're working through this assignment, don't be afraid to come up and ask.